President Trump is set to name his second nominee to the U.S. Supreme Court in about 90 minutes from now. The president reportedly made his final choice this morning, selecting a judge from a list of 25 to take the place of retiring Justice Anthony Kennedy. Democrats, though, say they will push back against any nominee who they feel is too extreme and ideological, particularly when it comes to Roe v. Wade.
At this critical juncture, with so many rights and liberties at stake, U.S. senators and the American people should expect an affirmative statement of support for the personal liberties of all Americans from the next Supreme Court nominee.
The White House has asked former Arizona Senator John Kill to help guide the nominee through the Senate confirmation process. Welcome back to the 4 on 2, everyone, for our special coverage of President Trump's Supreme Court nominee announcement.
And there certainly is a lot of anticipation. We are going to spend the next half hour here examining one of the president's most consequential decisions. We have a panel of analysts all standing by to weigh in the pluses and the minuses of the 4 finalists remaining here.
Yeah, but we begin our coverage this afternoon in Washington. Fox News' Lauren Blanchard following the build-up. And Lauren, of course, first comes tonight's announcement, then efforts to find the votes.
Right. Well, Heather, Alex, this is going to be a very tough fight for the Trump White House. Remember, they need a simple majority in order to pass whoever the nominee is. So that's 51 votes. But the Senate is almost evenly split. So Republicans really can't lose any votes. Of course, Senator John McCain is back at home in Arizona as he battles brain cancer. So there's a possibility he will not be voting in this. So Republicans know whoever the nominee is, that person has to be able to get every single Republican senator to vote for them, possibly even some Democrats. So the Trump White House most likely is weighing that very heavily as they choose who this top nominee is going to be. Of course, we're going to get that announcement in about an hour and a half from now. The Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has said today on the floor that he hopes all senators, despite party, will give this nominee a fair chance, will give this person a fair time as they go through committee. Democrat Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has been very opposed to a number of the president's picks because the president gave out a list of 25 potential nominees. Chuck Schumer said not one of those was going to be someone he would vote in favor of. But a lot of senators today, as we've been hearing from our Capitol Hill teams, have been saying they are going to listen to whoever this nominee, talk with this person, and then make their decision.
Lauren, let me ask you about the scene behind you there. We've noticed that it seems as though there are some demonstrators who've shown up outside of the Supreme Court in anticipation of tonight's announcement. Can you give us a sense of the scene there where you are?
Yeah, so we are just outside the Supreme Court. They are expecting a protest here at 9 p.m. local. That's when the pick is going to come down. There are going to be a number of high-profile Democrats, including Senator Elizabeth Warren. She'll be speaking at an event here because the big thing that we have been hearing from Democrats is they are very afraid that whoever the president picks is going to be a nominee who would be in favor of overturning Roe versus Wade, which, of course, is the protester right behind me, a pro-life protester. There are going to be a number of pro-choice protesters here as well because they, in particular, one of the candidates or potential nominees, this Amy Coney Barrett, she has a number of Democrats worried that she would be in favor of overturning Roe versus Wade. But you have to imagine whoever this nominee actually ends up being, that's going to be a main concern for a number of Democrats on the Hill as they get the chance to talk with this person one-on-one.
And Lauren, before we let you go, have you heard anything about Democrats' strategy here? How will they, in fact, try to block this nomination?
Well, that's going to be the interesting part, to see if they actually do have some sort of strategy to do that. There are a number of senators, Democrats, who are in red states who have been saying they're going to be a little more willing to listen to who the president puts forward as his nominee. That includes Alabama Doug Jones, senator. He is obviously Democrat, but in a very red state. So if he wants to alienate a number of his constituents, he would, right off the bat, say no to this person. But from what we are hearing from him tonight is that he is saying he will be very open to listening to whoever it is and talking to that person and hearing their position on a number of things. Chuck Schumer, the minority leader, has been a little less willing to, give and take here. He has been very staunchly against all of the names that have been floated by the White House. But over the next probably 2 months, that's going to be when this is going to be a very big fight on Capitol Hill, as Democrats are hoping to get at least somebody more moderate in there. And of course, conservatives are hoping to make a decidedly conservative pick to swing the bench, decidedly conservative.
Yes. Laura Blanchard, thank you so much, live there for us in Washington.